Fort Myers, Florida. Red Sox top shortstop prospect Antoni Flores and once-phenom catcher Daniel Flores grew up more than 370 miles apart in Venezuela, but they found each other thanks to baseball. Daniel was someone who was very, very special for me, Antoni Flores told MassLive.com on Sunday at JetBlue Park through translator Daveson Perez. Venezuela is a big country, but a lot of people saw us as brothers. I'd known him since I was 15. Daniel Flores died of an aggressive form of cancer November 8, 2017, a little over 4 months after Boston inked him to a $3.1 million signing bonus. Antoni and Daniel, who aren't related despite the same last name, both signed with Boston on the same day, July 2, 2017. Daniel appeared in perfect health when catching in Fort Myers just a couple weeks before passing away at Mass General Hospital. After he died, I was very sad, Antoni Flores said. I had a couple days where I was really sad. But I remembered when he was here, he had a goal. And it made me think, man, I should have a goal, too. And now that he's not here, every step of the way, whenever I get my first hit, I dedicate it to him. In instructional league, I got my first hit and I dedicated to him. When I get to the show, I'm going to do the same and dedicate my first hit to him, Flores added. He's somebody that's very special to me. Like a brother, Flores, who inked a $1.4 million signing bonus, will continue to draw motivation from Daniel as well as his mother, Gaides Chaviel, who introduced him to baseball in Venezuela. Baseball America ranks the 18-year-old shortstop the number 9 prospect in the organization. He batted .347 with a .439 on-base percentage, .510 slugging percentage, .949 ops, 1 homer, 1 triple, 3 doubles, 14 RBIs and 10 runs in 13 Dominican Summer League games last year. He might end up becoming the organization's next Xander Bogaerts. I got to watch him a while back at a game, and I saw him get a couple hits, Flores said about Bogaerts. He's guy the first look up to. We have a really good communication. We say hi to each other. He's given me advice. And honestly, I try to play like him in a way. He's someone I look up to and want to be like. A mother and son's love for baseball. Flores' mother Gaides Chaviel would take both her sons, Antoni and Kevin Flores, now 22, to watch local baseball games south of Valencia, Venezuela. Flores enjoyed watching these games and soon began playing in his own games. When I was 11, I remember it clearly. My mom was in attendance at the field and I got my first hit, Flores recalled. When I got to first base, I looked at how happy my mom was. And I said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, because if my mom loves it this much, it's a dream worth pursuing. Chaviel never played sports himself. But I guess you could say she was the head of the house, Flores said. She always thought it would be best for us to play sports because my dad played sports. And I thank her because it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, to play baseball and go this route. Flores also enjoyed basketball growing up in Venezuela. I wasn't always the best player, but I had passion for it, he said. Aside from that, my dad, Daveson Flores, used to make me swim a lot because he really liked that. My dad was a boxer, so he taught me a few things. Tristan Casas, Red Sox power prospect, learned work ethic from Cuban immigrant family. Flores also has a younger brother, Gleyber Flores, who's only 8 months old. My dad actually named my most recent brother Gleyber after Yankees star Gleyber Torres, Flores said. My dad used to buy a lot of magazines with Gleyber on them, and he kind of followed him a little bit because he always wanted me to be that kind of player. And he is a great player. And I feel if I continue working that I can be like him. Older brother Kevin works in the Dominican Republic. Played up until 14, 15, Flores said. It wasn't his passion, but he was always invested in playing the sport. And he always motivated me to want to be better. And he always kept me on track. Flores is a homebody. I like spending time with my mom because I'm gone so long playing baseball that whenever I'm in Venezuela I like to spend time with her, Flores said. I also like going to the tourist areas. That's something I really like doing. But I would say mainly I just like spending time at home. Remembering Daniel, Red Sox assistant GM Eddie Romero described Antoni Flores and Daniel Flores in August 2017 as close buddies. Romero helped scout and sign both. Baseball America's Ben Badler dubbed Daniel Flores the best international catching prospect since Gary Sanchez. The Boston Globe wrote about his rare and aggressive form of cancer. The Red Sox recruited one of their most high-profile international amateur classes in recent years when they inked both Flores boys and Danny Diaz, a third baseman from Venezuela, in 2017. Diaz signed for $1.6 million. There's so much to say about him, Flores said about Daniel Flores. He was a leader both on and off the field. The way he would go about his work, the charisma that he would have out here with all of his teammates, with everybody really that works out here, he was special, to be honest. He was very special. And the other thing that comes to mind is his smile. He had a great smile. Always happy, always joking around. His smile is something I'll never forget. Flores will continue to honor that once top prospect and his smile with every first hit at every new level. His first hit in the Dominican Summer League came June 4, 2018, a two-run single to center in the fifth inning to put the DSL Red Sox 2 ahead 4-0 over the DSL Dodgers. His shoulder popped out of its socket, shortening his DSL debut. He rehabbed in Fort Myers and resumed playing for the Gulf Coast Red Sox about a month and a half later. His first GCL hit was a third-inning triple to right field in his first game July 31st. I thought it went really well, Flores said about his 2018 debut season. I enjoyed playing in this summer league. I had some ups and I had some downs, particularly with a shoulder injury I had over there. But that didn't stop me from doing what I do best. Then we came here to Fort Myers, and I'm happy with that decision to be here and working with this team. Boston Red Sox top shortstop prospect Antoni Flores smiles with teammates before a live batting practice session March 3, 2019 at the JetBlue Park complex. Christopher Smith, see Smith at MassLive.com.